Hello everybody, and welcome back to Neverwinter Nights. Sorry I've been gone for so long. My computer went through a hard drive meltdown, and I have been working to recover up to a certain point, but since I have to do Chapter 1 all over again, I figured this would be a good time to go ahead and show you guys one of the quests I didn't complete. So this is totally out of character for my character, but in-game it doesn't count against him. So what we're going to do is say that Tomi talked me into it, and we're going to do a job for Miss Ophala. So, we are in her place right now, and let's go talk to her. The Moonstone Mask in the city center. And so let's talk to Ophala. You'll have stiff competition for attention tonight, I fear. Many more men than women are seeking comfort here tonight, it seems. Oh, well, hello. I'm Keagro Hegwood. Will you answer some questions? Well, you are quite the charmer, aren't you? Ask away. What kind of place do you run here? It's a place of comfort and understanding that has different meanings to different people, so we have a wide variety of services. I can't expect you to understand if this is your first visit. Most of what goes on here is quite innocent. Most. Perhaps you would be interested in partaking of our backroom areas, or maybe you could be of use? No. I talk too freely. You can trust me. What have you got to say? I suppose there's no harm in telling you what I need. Maybe you can help if you're good enough. You see, I'm an avid collector. My position here lets me hear about interesting things, and I occasionally hire people to get them for me. Currently, I want a few pieces of art liberated from the owners of them. The owners of them have made disparaging remarks about me, and I would like to express my displeasure. Tell me about these objects. One is a statuette of someone's mother, or some such. Lord Andrade Golden has it at his estate. He is located... He lobbied to ban city guards from visiting the Moonstone Mask. Another is a portrait of Sir Reginald Rumbottom. His nephew, Lord Thomas Rumbottom, has repeatedly lobbied to have us closed down. He's a bit insecure, I think. The last is an urn stolen from me some years ago. The man that took it apparently got stuck here in the quarantine. Hodge is his name. If you agree, I'll tell you what I know about their whereabouts. Keep in mind that if I had exact information, I wouldn't need you. Yeah, I'll get them. Give me more details. Excellent. The Rumbottom estate is in the Black Lake district, while Andrade maintains a home in the Docks district. Both are notoriously paranoid. Last I heard, Hodge may have been in Black Lake district. No doubt he's fortified himself in some noble's home, but I don't know which. I'm not asking you to kill, just bring me the items. I'll reward you. Alright, farewell then. Do come again, we're always open. Alright, so, yep, we're gonna break into some rich people's houses and steal some art for another rich person. There are also a number of things you can do in the back room and get experience for them, but I'm not going to deal with those. So when I get to one of the estates, I'll jump back in and we'll start from there. Alright guys, here we are at the first estate. This is the Andrade estate, and we're going right in. If I remember correctly, this estate is especially filled with guards and less traps. One of the other estates has a whole ton of traps in it. And then the third one's just kind of in between, I think. I think they're both guards and a small amount of traps. So, but through this first one, we'll rely on Tomi to open the doors, and we'll just kill off some of these noble guards. Again, this is not... There was a reason why I didn't go through this the first time through. I was trying to roleplay the Paladin, and this quest would, in paper RPG, would cost a Paladin his classes. So, to roleplay a bit, I just didn't do it. But I did want to show you guys this area and show you what you have to do to get through. Okay. Now going in here, I believe, is a big room with a bunch of guards, so let's check it out. I will say, in terms of this game though, I won't lose any Paladin hood for breaking into somebody's house and stealing their stuff. Game's not quite that sophisticated to measure that change in my alignment, and I think they just give you a you know, the video game excuse of it's just a quest, they're just enemies. Okay, let's search this room real quick. Nothing here except a dog pelt, I believe. Yep. And I think I can unlock these myself, so... Oh, guess not. Wow. I could knock. I did take a little bit of extra time getting here and finished off the docks district. So I'm only one district away from finishing up this first chapter again. Okay, I am 2 points off, so alright, should be a group of guards here. Now I'll need to make sure I watch my hit points, because this one, the damage can just sneak up on you with these guards. Okay, sometimes. Alright, that's got it. Hopefully there's nothing too heinous here. Oh, more guards. But thankfully they're in the door, so they can only attack one or two at a time. Alright. Now, let's check here. Yep, there's a bunch of stuff that needs to be unlocked, so we'll just knock. And that unlocked all the things right next to us, too, as you could see those little white flashes. And that's a spell I don't have yet, so I'm going to memorize it. Bit of armor. Alright, moving on. So yeah, Androd had, I think, a statuette that we have to get. Oh, he has a crag cat. And if you remember me talking about the crag cat, it is immune to magic, but it is not immune to scythes or backstabbing. And there is one obviously dangerous trap here. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, so Tomi can't handle the trap, and neither can I. So here is the wizard's disable traps ability. I'm going to summon my familiar. And then I am going to possess my familiar. And then my familiar is going to attack this chest and tank the trap. And then unsummon him so he can go get healed. And I'll heal him back the next time I need him. That way I don't lose any hit points to open this chest to get this Ring of Clear Thought. And we get everything in the chest. Alright, so here is Mr. Andrade. Relax, I'm not here to hurt you. You've opened my doors, sullied my home, and you're probably rife with plague. You've already hurt me, all for that blasted statue. So don't play dumb or cute, I know what it is about. Tell her I'm sorry, and that I won't bother her again. Take the damn statue and just get out. Where is the statue she wants? Why is it important? If she didn't send you, I'll pay dearly for saying anything. But you know what she sent me. If she did send you, she'd have told you if you were supposed to know. Excuse me. Suffice it to say that if you take the matron of the Moonstone Mask to a ball, make sure you don't leave with her sister. Yeah, you probably shouldn't do that with any woman, really. No amount of tributary artwork will save your hide from her wrath. Just take it. The statue is in my dresser along with the master key for most of my locks. Okay, I'm going now. Take what you want, just don't hurt me. I don't want anyone here, and I sure don't want Ophala breathing down my neck anymore. There's a key around here somewhere that will unlock everything. Or just smash it all, I don't care. Just don't touch me. Well, he's very persnickety. Okay, so there's his key. And there's the statue we need. So key goes here, statue goes here, and we have a magic sickle. And he gave me the right to rife through his stuff, so I'm just going to take anything of value. Probably stuff of not value. We'll take this trap because I know who to sell it to. Alright, and then there's just one more little wing. I think this door is trapped. Yep, it is. I'm going to let Tommy undo the trap as I stand back. Okay. Just a couple of lootables here, so let's open these chests and this desk and 2 piles of things that I'm probably not going to take. Ooh, Burning Hands. I'll learn that. Oh, I already have that. I was not aware. With this build of my wizard, I'm not a blaster mage. I use really the spells to do other things. As soon as I could start summoning undead, that's really what I want to get up to, but that doesn't come for a little while. I don't even think at 4th level spells do I get like Animate Dead, which would be the first time a wizard has a spell that can create skeletons and zombies and stuff, so. Alright. And just one more little hallway here, plus a small room it looks like, probably a storage room. Nope, it's a barracks. And let's get around this door, tank some attacks of opportunity. And watch as our opponent shifts ever closer to me. Okay, and what do these soldiers have? A bit of gold, a bit of gold, a necklace worth a bit of gold, and 1 gold. Alright, and that was the first estate. There are 2 more, but those are at Black Lake. So I will head over to Black Lake, and once I'm ready to take on those estates, I'll be right back. Alright guys, we're in the Black Lake district now, and we're going to go through the second of 3 of the estates for the Ophala mission. Just go down here. Alright, so this one is the estate with a ton of traps. So I'm going to have to go kind of careful through here. I don't want to trigger too many of the traps. Just get rid of them when I can. Okay. I don't think there's too many creatures in this dungeon. There's still going to be a couple of guards and stuff, but I think the most defenses are the traps. And if I remember correctly, whoops. I was about to say, if I remember correctly, most of the doors are trapped. Okay, yep, here's our first group of guards. And as you can see, there's only like 4 guards, compared to the other mansion where there were like 6. Alright. And we're gonna toss the room. I think the ironic thing about all the traps in this dungeon is many of the chests aren't necessarily trapped. There are the big ones probably will be, but just these little ones. Okay. Then I'm gonna go back to detect mode once I'm out in the hall. This means I'm actively looking for traps, so anytime a trap comes up, I'm actively rolling and not just taking a passive perception. Okay. And of course it'll take a minute to figure out if I see a trap or if there's just not one there. Okay, just going through here. There's a trap. We'll let Tommy deal with it. Or not. As soon as I say I'm going to disarm the trap, he's like, I'm all over it. Okay, we've got another cracked cat. And a cougar. So all of these nobles enjoy having magic-resistant cats in their houses. Alright, and the cook. Colors for the master, don't arrive like this. Your finery is betrayed. Are you a bandit? No concern of yours, walk away. Save your words, you'll get nothing from me. If you're looking for Master Hodge, he's already gone. You'd think the bugger knew someone was coming. He's taken his master keys with him. I couldn't help you if I wanted, which I don't. I don't get involved in the affairs of Master Hodge. I don't need the grief. If you share a relationship with him, I don't know which of you is worse off. Now, get. My muffins are burning. Well, okay, get to those muffins. We're just gonna unlock everything in the area. And start detecting traps. Okay, and I believe we're close to the objet d'art. And again, a relatively low number of guards in the area. Hodge primarily relies on his traps to get others deterred. Okay, and then we'll toss the room real quick. Let Tommy deal with that trap. And a worthless torch. Not worthless, it's worth a gold piece, but at this point I still don't think a gold piece is really worth it. So I'm going to leave the torch, leave the books. Search for traps. And we have a magic cloak, but I already have one, so you will be gold. And there is the trap on the door. Okay. Yes, I know it was done, Tommy. I did it myself. And sometimes the detect skill does not work perfectly, so I just ran right into a trap. So we'll wait here for the paralyzation to wear off. Good job, Tommy. And thankfully I do have Body Knock's rings, so given enough time my HP will regenerate. Okay, and it looks like everything's still unlocked here. And we have a robe of fire resistance. Awesome. Okay, there weren't really any traps in here. Go ahead and speed up a little bit. In one of the expansions, you actually get an item that lets you detect traps, and once you've detected the traps, it'll automatically get rid of them for you. So I look forward to getting that. It does force me to rest a bit more, just because it's a daily usage item. But it's very, very helpful. Okay, I guess Hodge's stuff was on the other hall. I thought it was near the chef, but I guess not. Okay. And then we're moving back into a live area with traps, so I'm going to take it slow again. Now, if you're particularly tanky, you can just run through most of these traps. I don't think many of them are deadly. I think they're all just kind of moderate traps, but you take enough of them and you'll go down. And as you saw with the one trap I did run into, a lot of them can cause paralyzation, which will just waste time. So, usually just better to go a little slower and detect things. Okay, we'll check out the storage room real quick. I don't expect there to be much in here. Maybe a couple of gems, a couple of little potions, a 5 gold piece wine. I think I can get 5 for it. Alright, and we are running out of places for the Hodge's objet d'art. Oh, combat. And Tommy just runs by the first guard. Oh, this is quite a few guards. Wasn't expecting this many. I think I need to Rod of the Ghost up. There we go. And that the Rod of the Ghost ability gives me a little bit more armor, gives me a chance to be missed, and gives me damage reduction. So it's all around a great defensive spell. Okay, and just take these guys down one at a time since I don't have cleave yet. I did get craft wand again, so once I find some skeleton bones, I'll be able to make some wands of spells that I know. First one's going to be knock. That's usually all I care about. During the troll fights, I'll probably make a rod of, or a wand of either Nystul's Breath or a acid arrow, just to make sure that I have enough acid spells to take down the trolls fast. Okay, this room is pretty empty. Put detect mode back on, and I ran into a trap anyways. Okay, well, we haven't knocked on this wing, so... and nothing. Now I'm pretty sure that both of these doors are trapped. Yep, well, this one is. Okay, in here, everything should be unlocked. And as long as nothing is trapped, should be all good. I do know who to sell those traps to, so I'm just going to go ahead and collect them. I don't think they're worth much gold, but eh. And my Rod of the Ghost is wearing off. Yep, that one was trapped, like I thought. I just couldn't see it. So now I have to wait a minute while the paralyzed trait is healed. Okay, and with that, I'm also going to quaff a potion. Put detect mode back on. Okay, I'm still not seeing any death chests. Helmet that I can sell. Okay, and like most of the other doors, I assume this one's trapped. But since I'm not detecting it, I'm just going to break it open. Hopefully I'm going to break it open. There we go. Oh, and there was a trap on the floor too. I got greedy. And now I'm stoked. So again, I have to wait a little bit for this to go away. Every round though, I get a hit point back, so... Okay, these are bigger chests, so there's the possibility that they have traps. Yep, little trap there. And a fire trap there. However, I have damage reduction to fire, so... And we found the urn that we were looking for, and Hodge has left a note. This note from Hodge is intended for Ophala and consists of an almost steady stream of profanities and curses. Apparently they've been exchanging such sentiments for a great deal of time, and he is none too pleased with having had to flee his refuge yet again. Standard fare for vanquished foes. So, apparently they've kind of been squabbling over all this stuff, so... Alright, let's lighten my load a little bit. I should find a place for that shield. I don't really have a place for it though, so... Okay, that's good enough. I can move again. Tech mode off. And then we are just going to retrace my steps. I'm going to go slow through that Great Hall again, because that's where the rest of the traps, I assume, are. And there's a couple more little hidey holes for treasure, so... Okay, so let me just make sure I'm doing the best that I can to see any traps that come up. Like, I'm pretty sure there's a trap here and here. Maybe one over here. But I have no ranks in perception, so we're going totally off my wisdom skill. Yep, there was one. Oh, that one's trapped. But I saw it in time. Ooh, half plate. That's worth some money. Uh, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to take a minute to lighten my load. I'm going to pick up Tomy, and we'll be right back, and go straight on to the final noble's house, and then we'll turn in the quest and try and get a special item out of Ophala. So, I'll be right back. Alright, and I'm back in Black Lake, and then we just go across the street to Rumbottom Estate. Now, if I remember correctly, this one is kind of a... Oops, I guess I can't open it. This one's kind of a halfway between the two extremes. I think there's a few traps and a bit more guards than the Hodge Estate, but not as many as the first estate. So we'll just go in and deal with this group of guards first. Okay, and it looks like everything's unlocked already, so we'll toss the room. And is that a new spell? Nope, I already have some in Creature 3. Okay, and that's the first side done. And we just have up the center. Oh, more guards. Going through the storeroom. Okay, Tomy gets to unlock something. Just to save a little bit of time, I'm going to unlock anything in the area. Okay, I got a couple of things, so. I could also be entirely mistaken, and there could be no traps in this area. This little dungeon could be absolutely just boring, and that's why I don't remember much about it, so. But I guess I'll see. I'm hoping for another crag cat, though, because then it'd be 3 for 3 crag cats. But there are some guard dogs. Oh, I remember, the noble in this house is a retired fighter, so he tries to stand up to you. That's what's unique about this area, I believe. And I'll let Tomy deal with that guard. Or let that guard deal with Tomy. Alright, and we'll just continue on. Oh, there's a bit of remains here. Pick that up. Take your 10 gold gem. It's probably that dude's life savings. Ooh, a double axe. It's not magical, so it'll be sold, but Oh, we have it. Okay, before I get too far away from this door, I'm gonna go check this other door real quick. I need to have to come back here if I go across the entire map. And of course, the one I don't look at is the one that's locked. Okay, and I have that spell already, so... now we can continue on to the east wing. Nah, Tommy's here now. I was hoping to break it down before he got here, so... Alright, so guards. At this point, we know the deal with them, just don't get hit a lot. Have Tommy absorb some of the blows. And they go down pretty easy. Okay, and there's a bit of treasure everywhere. Just pick that all up. Okay, I think in the next room is where Rum Bottom is. So, just go ahead and... Yep. Only books. Don't care about books. If I had a fire, I would burn them. Yep, here's Rum Bottom. By what right do you enter my home? Did Ophala put you up to this? I demand to know. I did not say I was sent by Ophala. Oh, but who else would put you up to this? Well, if she wants that portrait, she should have sent real fighting men to get it. I'll sit down or I will hurt you. Now, then there's no call for that kind of talk. I didn't mean to threaten you. Just thought I'd try the old school discipline. Yes? Obviously, Ophala means business. She sent capable muscle. Take what you want. I'm not the fighter I once was. We don't want to kill him, so that's right. Stay there. No one gets hurt. Not like the old days. Just don't hurt me. Okay, and I don't want to hurt him. Ophala doesn't take kindly if you hurt any of the guys, so... But we will take your spear, and... I don't have a place for the portrait, I don't think. No, maybe. The portrait can be kind of heavy, so... I'm just gonna... yoink. Oh, I guess it's not. I thought it was heavy. I thought it had weight to it, but I guess not. That was my mistake. And we'll take the rest of your stuff, and then we'll be leaving. And just remember, everybody, I'm Lawful Good Paladin. This is totally in character for a paladin. I'm not going to have to atone for anything. I'm not going to have to say why I believe it was right to rob these men. But the local owner of the tavern, brothel house, sent me, and I was like, yeah, that seems right. And she didn't even want to send me in the first place. I had to persuade her to tell me to go do this. And more guards. And this is a bunch of guards. So this might be a tricky fight. Especially since I just blind ran in here. Okay, Tommy's getting his sneak attack, but that's not good, because... Okay, so let's try and funnel them to where not all of them get attacks on me. Okay, so I still get surrounded by 4 of them, but they're having a hard time getting through my defenses, so that's good. Okay. I'm just cleaning up now. There's only 3 of them. Should be able to handle this pretty easily. And one of them is stuck behind a door. Okay, go ahead and try and get him out from behind the door. There he is. Alright. And then we're going to take their crap, because they don't need it. You can keep your sling stone. I don't need rocks. Not unless they're shiny rocks in pretty colors. Talking about gemstones. Give me the gems. And more guards. Yep. Absolutely had no choice but to come into this room and attack some dogs. And this is totally lawful good behavior. But Tommy asked me to do it. That's what we're going with. Okay. So then after this, I'm going to head back over to the Moonstone Mask and collect my reward. Oh. Just a couple more chests, and then... Okay. So I'm going to head over to the Moonstone Mask. I'll meet you guys there. Alright guys, we're at the Moonstone Mask, and let's talk to Ophala. I have an art object you might be interested in. In fact, I have all 3, but I have to go through this a number of times. You do? I have been looking for a few things. Tell me, what is it that you have? I got the statue from Androd. Very good. I never did like his work, but I certainly couldn't allow him to retain this piece. Especially not since things soured between us. Here, I'll pay you now for this piece. Excellent work. 400 gold should satisfy your pockets. There is more for you to retrieve. Yeah. I've also got this portrait from Rumboden. Thank you. I never cared for his uncle, but Thomas had this portrait on some rather sensitive parchment. I couldn't leave it in his care. Besides, this might get him off my back. He doesn't care much for the Moonstone Mask. I think he's got a condition. Yeah, I'll pay you now for this piece. Excellent work. 400 gold should satisfy your pocket. And there is one more. Yeah. You don't have to go through that again. I've got the urn from Hodge. There's no real value to the urn, but I love messing with Hodge. If you happen to spoil some scheme he was working on, all the better. Yeah, I'll pay you now for this piece. Excellent work. 400 gold should satisfy your pockets. Alright, now we're going to get into the persuady time. That is the last of them. These items were very personal to me. Except the urn you just told me wasn't, but okay. And I am more than willing to sweeten what I have already paid. Here, take this 400 gold and a little something special. You deserve it. And she has given us some boots. So now I'm going to try and persuade her to sweeten the pot even more. This is one way to get a diamond, so that you can make one of the special items at the forge. So, you must agree that I am worth more. You'd drive a hard bargain, but I suppose it was worth it. This was a headache I am glad to have cured. This diamond is all that I can afford. The plague has really cut into our clientele. That is sufficient. Thank you, Ophala. And please feel free to spend some of your reward in the back room, provided you have met the conditions for entry, of course. Feel free to ask. Alright, and thank you guys for joining me on this special addendum episode, as I showed off one of the quests that I didn't finish in my first playthrough. So yeah, like I said, thanks for joining me. As soon as I get caught back up with my Let's Play, I'll be starting these going a couple of times a week again. So, alright, until then, have a good day, guys.